boo, yeah, I'm rubber boo boo. I'm not your boo boo. I'm rubber boo boo. I'm not your boo boo. I'm rubber boo boo, yeah. I'm not your boo boo. I'm rubber boo boo. I'm not your boo boo, die. I'm rubber boo boo. I'm not your boo boo. I'm a boo boo. I'm not your boo boo. I'm a boo boo. I'm not your boo boo. I'm a boo boo. I'm not your boo boo. I'm a boo boo. Yeah. I'm not your boo boo. I'm a boo boo. I'm just a troll who trolls trolls. And they don't know just what happened. Not at all. Rabba boo boo, rabba boo boo, yeah, boo, yeah, boo, yeah, boo, ah, boo, boo, ah, boo, ah, boo, ah. Not your boo boo. Oh, the punches. Da 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 da. Ba ba da da ba do. Da ba ba do ba do. Da 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 da. Well done. That's the way you go. Gonna roll the punches. That's the way you go. Take it or leave it. That's the way you go. Gotta roll with the punches. Bum ba da ba boo boo doo ba ba. Boo boo doo boo be doo be doo be da. Boo boo biddy ba boo boo. Ba da boo be doo. Meow. Be da boo boo boo. Biddy ba. Be doo be doo be doo. Ba ba doo be doo. Ba ba doo be doo. Doopy doo, doopy doo, dee doo. Da da ba doopy, doopy doopy, na na. Doopy doopy, doopy doopy, yeah. Doopy doopy, doopy doopy, doopy, wah. Bida, bida da boo boo, da da ba da boo. Ba da boo, doo boo, ma. Biddy boopy doopy doo. Oh, boopy doopy doo. Ba da boopy doo. Boo. Boo. Biddy bop bop boop doo. Biddy boopy doopy doo. Ba da boopy doo. Ma. Doo boo. Ba da boopy doopy doo. Ba da boopy doopy doo. Ba da boopy doo. Doo boo. Be-do, be-do, ba-ba-do. Ba-da-da, ba-da-dee-ba-do. Ba-da-boo, be-do. Ba-da, boo. Boo-ba-doo, be-do, be-do. Be-do, boo, be-do, be-do. Be-do, boo, be-do. Be-do, ba-do. Be-do, boo, be-do, be-do. Be-do, boo, be-do, be-do. Do-be-do, be-do, na-do. Rick and Morty, 907. Rick and Morty, 907. All right, here we go. Rick and Morty. What's happening on Rick and Morty today? Another episode of Rick and Morty. Harvest Worm Bounty. Uh-oh. Oh my, what's happening? I'm a little bit scared. 907. Rick and Morty, 907. Rick and Morty, episode 907. What in the world's going on? Something captures them on some planet? I imagine. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm confused. Did I just miss the opening? Do I have to rewatch the opening all over again? Oh man. Ba, do, 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 da, 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 ba, 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 ba. Wow. Oh, they are amoeba. Wow. Rick and Morty are amoeba. Oh man. Oh, oh man. Oh man. Oh my. They're evolving into dinosaurs. Oh my. Hmm. Goonie. Bow, bow, bow. Wow. Angle. Mm. Don't mind me. I'm watching Rick and Morty in an almost dark room. Pow, pow. Goonie Kelly. Bow, 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 bow. Wow, wow, wow. A little bit of mouthwash being a bobber. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Mm, Morty becoming a tree. Hmm. Hmm. Mhm. Mm, mhm, mm, mm. Mm, mm. Wow, 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 wow. Hmm. Mm. Wow. 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 Hmm. Man, I think it's kind of funny that I'm doing this, like, doing this live stream, like, telling myself maybe if I do live streaming more, stop caring. I'll stop caring I'll stop caring about what people think. And I still do. What's ironic is I watched an episode of Rick and Morty where they talk about that, and Morty discovered the secret of escaping in that episode. What episode was that? 907. The secret was give up. It's almost like Buddhism. Buddhism? Or was it the other one? Buddhism? Yeah, it's like Buddhism. Give up. So it's like not, passivism. It's like obviously against it, but the episode was appealing. It was funny, and it was a little bit meta. A little bit meta. Not Facebook meta, like but like Truman Show meta, like the Matrix meta. That's what it was. Meta. Like break the fourth wall, slam dunk it into a million pieces. Realize, man, what do I realize? What do I realize? What am I learning? The other day, I made a log. I think I'm going to talk about this more. You guys write that down. I don't know. Let's write this down. Write this down. Was this episode while I watched Rick and Morty 907 while watched it while streaming. Right, so, think recording myself more often might help, though that is crazy to say, perhaps. Did have classrooms. I forget that it, forget, forget that it, forget. Oh, forget. Ooh. Another episode. Thinking about what's in another episode. So the moral of the story be the episode it is we give up, and so Marty gives up. Marty becomes a tree. Now it takes a while, so they have to go through the cycle of life again and again so many times, and it's insane. But they go through they go through reincarnation a bunch of times. They go through this evolutionary thing again and again, and eventually they beat the system. So the episode is almost like a commentary, like a parody of the centralized system in the world. And the only way to beat it is to not play it, obviously. Otherwise, you feed the system, and that's how the tree won. The tree always won forever, probably forever, probably for uh, billions of years, because the tree lived on this planet, and he was like a god. In Rick and Morty 907, the tree is a god, and he ruled his planet. And anybody who landed on his planet would get sucked in to the inside of the planet with a fake little world with a giant tree of the universe thing that I came up with when I was younger. And it's like everybody tries to escape, but then they start fighting each other, and then every time you die, you have to start over again as an amoeba. Oh, how do I say amoeba? Amoeba, a simple one cell organism, the lowest of low. Except it's not the lowest. It's not a germ, it's not a virus, but it's close enough. And they would have to repeat the cycle again and again every time they died. Rick and Morty were trapped until Morty figured it out, and then Rick helped by coming up with a plan. The plan was to starve the tree. That's what they did. They starved the tree. And then the tree was like, I'm really hungry. Why are you guys not killing each other? That's how I win, which is, again, a commentary on the goddamn Rothschilds and the other, overlords that have been around for a while, centuries or thousands of years. But it's like, you win when you become decentralized. You win when you go off grid. You win when you do more homesteading. Win when you stop trying to feed the system, which is difficult because everything feeds the system in a way, but at the same time, it's possible to try to. It's possible to copy Owen Benjamin. It is possible, really possible. Maybe I care too much to learn. Live. The game. When it became a tree, giving up. Tell what time? Tell what time? Tell what from 10. Supermodel. super annoying. So recap them live in communism, like Buddhism, mountain to starve out the tree. Yeah, they attacked the tree to end the tree. After that, everyone scanned everyone else, everyone into closing their eyes while they escaped. So basically, they ended up playing them, which you could say was totally wrong. Maybe it was, but at the same time, you might say that was the only way to escape. They had to do it, and you might want to say that the ends justifies the means. I don't want to agree. Don't want to, even though I've I've agreed to it before in my life. I have been been addicted to it at times. Maybe not all the time, maybe not completely, maybe not totally, but I have been sucked into that perspective of the ends justifies the means. Wow, and it's pretty sad sometimes, and it's pretty understandable. It's understandable, but what are you gonna do? Sometimes, what do you have to do? Oh man. Do I watch another episode? Do I watch another episode? Let me think about this. Do I watch another episode? Do I? Do I? Do I? Do I? Do I watch another episode? Do I? Do I? Do I watch another episode? Do I? Do I? Do I? Do I? Do I? Do I? Do I watch another episode? Do I? Do I? Do I want? Do I want? Do I want no answer? Do I want? Do I want? Do I want no answer? I want to, but I think I'm out of time already. Oh man, I was on Ancestry too long digging into my family tree, my genealogy. And now it's probably 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 do I want another episode? Do I? Do I? Do I want another episode. Do I, do I, do I want an episode of do I, do I, do I want to know episode? Or do I, or do I? Do I want another episode? Or do I? Do I? Or do I want another episode? Do I? Do I? Should I? Should I watch another episode? Should I? Or do I? Do I watch another episode? Do I? Do I? Do I? Do I want? Do I want? Do I want? Do I go? Do I show? Do I know? Do I go? Do I flow? Do I know? Do I show? Do I show? Do I go? Do I flow? Do I show? Do I know? Do I go? Do I show? Do I know? Do I show? Do I go? Do I show? Do I? Just should I want another meow? Do I want another episode? Do I? Do I? Do I want another episode? Or do I? Oh, do I? Do I want another episode? Or do I? Or do I? Do I? Another episode before I explode. Do I go? Do I stay? No one knows. Oh, yeah. Uh, 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 do I want another episode? Oh, do I? Oh, do I? Oh, do I want another episode? Do I? Do I? Should I want another episode? Do I? Do I? Do I want another episode? Or do I? Do I? Do I want another episode? Or do I? Do I? Do I want another episode? Or do I? Or do I? Do I want another episode? Or do I? Do I? Hmm. Come, 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 bum, 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 bum. Bum 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 be do do be bum ba be do be do be do ba 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 bum 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 be di ba bum be da bum be do be do be da ba do ba be do be be do do be do be do be do be do boop be do be do be do boop be do be do be do be do Yeah. Be do boo be do be do be do. Be do be do be do be do. Be do be do be do be do be da. Be do be do be do be do be ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do be do be do boo ba boo 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 ba ba ba. Ba do ba 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 boo 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 ba 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 ba. Be do boo be be ba be be ba ba. Ba da ba ba boo be boo be do boo ba da ba 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 boo be do boo ba da ba 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 boo be do be bong wai. Ba ba boo boo ma ba boo be do boo ba ba ma ba boo 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 ba 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 boo be boo boy da boo ba ba do boo be do ba da ba ba boo be ba boo wow. Be boo bow woo woo wow woo wow wow. But it do be do be do be do be do. Yee-hoo. Oh my. Oh my. Hidden Valley Ranch? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Am I supposed to like it? Am I supposed to think that it's good? Who's Emmy? Who's this Emmy? Kind of funny. Kind of funny. Kind of funny, don't you think? Don't you think that's kind of funny? Don't you think? Don't you think it's might be a little bit funny? Um, bada boom boom, bada bang, boom boom, bada bang, boom boom. Sometimes you have to lower yourself down. Sometimes. I don't know when. I don't know how often. But there seems to be value. 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 There is some value in taking a step back. That's part of it. Part that must be part of it. Sometimes you got to stop. Sometimes you have to take a step back. It's very hard for me to do sometimes. I noticed that, especially around 2007 in Hawaii, in Hawaii, Revolution Hawaii, when I was dealing with Corey Gauss. And I don't know how often I've talked about it. I know I've talked about it, but I'm not being very clear about it when I talked about it or wrote about it. I'm usually not very clear, even though I might be a little wordy sometimes, like like even on purpose. I'm ranting in life and trying to get my words out, but not really, not really, not really communicating enough, or I'm not getting it out, or I'm doing it wrong, and or the list goes on. Probably goes on and on, but like like it's like I'm badly representing myself. Badly. What did I say? I'm badly. What am I saying? What am I saying? Badly, badly uh, misrepresenting myself. But it's like I'm trying to, I'm praying about, I was praying about. What was I saying earlier? Made a, I created like about a week ago, Saturday. Created a Tyra Banks, no, bank, not a bank. What am I saying? Tyra, Cindy Crawford blog, and I wanted to make a foundation. I wanted to give it a name, and I mentioned it a few times. I mean, since I made it. Before I made it, I talked about it before. I always talked about it all my life, kind of thing. whatever I'm talking about right now. Like I was thinking about how do I talk about that? How do I talk about it? But I think like giving it a name helped in a way. I could be totally wrong about that, but I think that helped. And I've talked about it, and I think that's good. I'm gonna talk about it more, but I also wanted to talk about the thing with Corey. What did I say? So take a step back and realize that sometimes you have to not be in control, which is difficult for some people because for some people they really want to whether they should or shouldn't. It's another question. It's a different kind of question about whether or not you should be at the top, like as a leader, which some people should be, probably. Usually the people that want to be there shouldn't. A lot of people shouldn't be, but they're the ones that are drawn because it's seductive. So people people end up rising to the top, kind of people that shouldn't even be there. And then the people that should be are usually the ones that are all alone. And it's kind of scary, but it's like I've been pretty bipolar in that department, in both departments in my life. I've seen myself as a lone wolf, and so I was becoming something that could could be something. There was potential, and people saw it. It seems. I mean, it does. I mean, it does seem like people saw, or people are hoping that there was potential. When you're looking at the next generation, especially, you look at the next generation, and you want to cultivate it. You want to try to cultivate it. And I was pretty pretty blessed in my life. Sometimes I'm not sure what to think of it, and I still have a lot of thoughts, and I still got a lot of work to do, and I'm still a mess and stuff, and there's a lot of fake news about me and all this drama, and I'm a mess too. But the fake news is still fake, and it's conflated, but I'm still a mess, and I think that I've made a lot of progress. That's good. I think a lot of people do make a lot of progress. I think it's good to find the right people and to focus on cultivating them. And I think that I don't do that all the time. Done it sometimes in my life. In my life, I've done it. I've done that. I know a lot of stuff. It's disappointing when I don't rise to the top. Like I don't. It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. Didn't really want to go live right now because I was just gonna watch something and go to bed. Because at the end of the day, it's 5:47 a.m. right now. Probably gonna sleep 6 hours. Get up and get back to work, all the stuff that I do that I've talked about, and so I do need to go. But think about this. Think about this. Think about this. What's going on? Oh my! Oh my God! What is going on? What? Am I still on? Oh my, Elizabeth. What is that? Is this all about? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it all about? What is it all? What is it all about? 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 Oh, what is it all about? Oh, oh, what is it all about? 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 Oh, what is it all about? What is it all about? What is it all about? What is it all? What is it all about? What is it all? What is it all? What is it all about? What is it all? What is it all about? What is it all? What is it all? All about? What is it all? What is it all about? What is it all? All, all, yeah, what is it all? What is it all about? All, all about. What is it all? All about. All, it all. What is it all about? What is it all? What is it all about?